Dude, even the clips, even a 5-minute clip of this was tough to get through. Like, when I clicked on it, I had to look at the amount of time, and I was like you. I was like, oh my God, is this the whole speech, or is this like a 10-minute or 20-minute clip? How long? Dude, I was 3 minutes into the 5-minute clip, and I was like, oh my God, do I gotta watch that? That's not good. That is not good. Whereas when I watched Demolition, I was like, it was great to see Barry defer to Bill because how much I could tell it meant to Bill and emotion and it came out. Those are two great speakers, especially Bill. I mean, he's a former school teacher, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, it felt more like heart and soul. When Stephanie got up, I was like, are you going to run for president? What are we doing here? It felt very measured, rehearsed, political, almost like a Stepford wife type of speech. Did you feel that way? Mechanical.
I did the last minute. She said, right, I'm going to do a heel promo now.
Oh, yeah.
And in my mind, so I bet in her mind, she was thinking, the fans are going to love this. This is what they've been after the entire time. And I was thinking, no, this is what people were skipping past every week for years with the Authority. I can't speak for everyone, but definitely in the 2010s more than anything, that was the worst part of every show. Pretty much every week.
I love the part, too, where everybody was, like, laughing and thought it was great that her slaps hurt people and they were dangerous.
Yeah. Travis Scott laughing his head off somewhere.
She taught Travis Scott how to slap.
That was the one thing, is that she actually said who taught her how to slap, and it was Triple H's mother. What a weird claim to fame. And also, why do you need teaching? Ask Jake Hager.
It just proved, well, at least Vince didn't teach her because it would be a very cloddish slap. Probably a punch.
And then a fall over. There was a thank you Vince chant as well. There were so many fans there, even the hardcores, that are desperate to have Vince back, you know.
Isn't that something in this day and age with everything going on?
Well, that's the problem. I think in this day and age, it's not something. That's the problem. It should be.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations, Stephanie McMahon. Just such a shock and a surprise. This Hall of Fame induction, well-deserved.
But it feels like it's the yearly gaslighting for me now. So, like last year, as Michelle McCool said, no, she's really a legend. Don't you believe us? Look at this video package. That's longer than Sid's.
Which McMahon is going into the Hall of Fame next year in Saudi Arabia? Will it be Vince?
It's Vince.
It's Vince.
I'm sure. Because, right, so in June, we're going to find out whether the case goes to arbitration or civil court. It's most likely going to go to arbitration. I think then it's going to be settled, and then probably more NDAs will be signed. Then we'll move on. Then next year, he'll be inducted in WrestleMania 43. That is my prediction.
That's a good prediction. You know who else I think will be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Linda.
Well, that's a good guess.
Turkey Al-Sheikh.
Yes. Turkey likes it. Everybody better like it. Was there going to be Turkey, or it was going to be the King of Saudi Arabia will be in the WWE Hall of Fame?
It would be the Crown Prince, I think, since he's kind of spearheading all.
What the whole kingdom in?
Yeah, sack it. Why not?
Are they going to have a kingdom wing for the Saudi people to have their own wing of the Hall of Fame?
It doesn't exist. What do you think if they built the physical Hall of Fame in Saudi Arabia?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Just very briefly to go through the other nominations, inductees. I don't know how much you saw. The Dennis Rodman one was bizarre because he started talking about like his old neighbor who was sick, and he started crying about it. It had nothing to do with anything. I couldn't understand like a third of the words he was saying because he was mumbling, or he may have been imbibing beforehand. And also, his video package was longer than Sid's, which is just an insult, and he went 10 minutes just yammering on. Demolitions was good. Shame they didn't speak longer. They bleeped out WWF for the Warlord,
but not the S word from Dennis Rodman.
Who else was there? The match, the Immortal Moment match, which, if you're going to do matches, that absolutely deserves to be in there. And Jimmy Hart also mentioned Stephanie, and also AJ Styles, who was the main event of the WWE Hall of Fame. Just kind of rushed, and I think he spoke for 8 minutes. See you later. That was it.
I like that part because it's just like when he wanted to retire, it wasn't going to be a big thing to do, a retirement tour. Just do your speech, do whatever. Now he's going to be a scout for WWE. I can't wait to see what that looks like. It'll give him something to do. Hopefully they're paying him a full salary or a full guarantee, maybe even a full talent level guarantee. The guy has definitely earned any money they are going to pay him. So hopefully he'll have a long career behind the scenes. I love that I know AJ well enough to know he doesn't want to be an agent and be in those production meetings. I'll go scout the talents and get away from me.